So to get started, there's a few things that you're going to need. You're going to want to get a couple of bags of craft feathers. These are really inexpensive. I got one bag that has kind of 2 different kinds of feathers and another bag that's just one kind of feathers, just to add some variety. So 2 bags of craft feathers, 1 piece of felt, acrylic gems, felt glue, and 2 duckbill hair clips. So I've already made one. This is what our finished product is going to look like. It's just a cute little hair piece. So by starting out, for the pair of hair clips, you're going to want to cut them both at the same time. So I've already cut this, but you fold your felt in half, and then from the corner, you just kind of cut a teardrop shape. I made mine kind of long. You can kind of use whatever shape that you want, but I think that this one works really nice for a nice big color guard hairpiece. So I've cut my felt, and I'm going to start by lining the felt with felt glue. So I'm going to put the glue all around where I'm going to put the feathers. Just make a border around the outside of the felt for the feathers to stick to. I'm using brown feathers for the outside. So I kind of use the bigger ones on near the top and smaller ones at the bottom. Until you've got them going around kind of like so. And then if you want, you can take a scissors and kind of trim up the edges to give it a nice rounded look. I think this one at the top looks kind of funky, so I'm going to find one that sticks a little straighter up like this. I'm going to go ahead and add that right at the top so that we have a nice point like we do on the other one. I'm going to trim up this side a little bit more just to make it a little more symmetrical with the other side. Like that. So my next layer, I'm going to kind of scatter a few of these turquoise color ones. In this bag with the brown ones, I have these dotted turquoise feathers. And in this other bag that I got on its own, these ones are smaller and have more of a peacock pattern to them. So starting with these, I'm basically going to be covering this middle area over the top of the brown feathers that I already put there. So I'm just going to kind of pick and choose which feathers I like the best here. Give myself a nice variety. And this one, like, I like the top of this one, but the bottom gets to be kind of a weird shape. So I'm just gonna put that off where I like it. So once I've kind of separated out some of these feathers, I'm gonna go ahead and put a big glob of glue in the middle of the brown feathers. And this felt glue dries clear, so I don't have to worry about it showing, but you'll see that a little bit more when I'm done. So I'm just going to kind of do the same type of thing. So now that I've got that layer done, I'm going to add in some of these other feathers. They're a little bit darker and they're kind of peacocky looking, and this is just going to give a little bit more depth and texture to this layer. So what I'm going to try to do is stick them kind of in between every other place, so that it kind of goes like a polka dotted feather and a peacock feather, polka dotted feather, peacock feather, all the way around, kind of like this. So it's not going to take very many of these, just kind of a few. Like that. These ones, since I'm kind of getting a lot of glue on there already, I'm just going to do each one of these individually. So as I was giving this tutorial, my camera memory ran out, and I didn't realize it because I was focused on my project. And so I actually ended up finishing this piece with the camera off, and I was none the wiser. So all I did after I finished putting those peacock feathers in around, I picked one nice brown feather to kind of lay over the top, glued that down, and then I used an acrylic gem that's a turquoise color. I just took one little gem, you put a little dab of glue on the back, and you just plop it right there on the bottom to kind of finish it off. And then you're going to want this piece to dry overnight. So now we're almost done. We're going to let this dry overnight. For the purposes of this video, I've already got one that has dried overnight. So I'm going to show you how to attach this to your head, essentially. Again, you're going to want another piece of felt, and this time it's going to go on the back. And you're going to need a duck bow clip. And put it on the back kind of where you are going to want to attach it to your head. And then using this as kind of a guide or a measuring device, you take your felt again, fold it in half, and you kind of measure. You can feel where the duck bill clip ends, and so you don't want it to cover the entire thing. You kind of go partial way, and you can kind of measure and guesstimate where you want to cut this piece. Since it's the back, it doesn't really have to look pretty. You just cut your rectangles out of your felt like that. So then to finish it off, you'll just put a strip of glue on either side of your rectangle using this felt glue. And make sure that you leave the middle of this piece of felt clear of glue, and also both ends, because this is where you'll stick the clip in. And that's what will attach it to your head. And you can just glue this on the back, like that. And again, let it sit overnight. You can use these duck bow clips to attach the new hair pieces to your head, and you don't have to sacrifice a duck bow clip or another barrette or anything like that for it. I like to kind of put this extra part towards the top. And just stick it right in there. And if you want to secure it even more, you can. And you can do that using bobby pins. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's it. That's your finishing piece. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, then please stop back a couple times a month to see what other cool crafty things and ideas that I might have for your color guide.